Sup guys, Christos here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 5 Metaverse stocks that have the potential for massive growth over the next 10 years. Now, when it does come to the Metaverse, I think a lot of people right now just think of Facebook and social networking, especially after the big announcement from Mark Zuckerberg, but there's actually a lot more to it than just meeting your friends in a virtual world. This new technology is actually going to require many different factors to become the success it will be, and I will be covering my top 5 stocks and explaining the effect that they will have on the Metaverse going forward, so let's jump straight in. Okay, so the first stock that I think will thrive over the next 10 years and will play a massive role in establishing the Metaverse is going to be Nvidia. For those that don't know, Nvidia is a technology company best known for creating graphics processing units, also known as GPUs, for both the gaming and professional markets. It's currently the 7th largest company in America right now in terms of market cap and has seen a percentage gain of over 150% since the start of the year. Now, in terms of why I think Nvidia is going to thrive even more during the development of Metaverse technologies, well, it's simple. No matter what the Metaverse means to you, one thing that will be consistent within everyone will be the computing power required for everything, and Nvidia sits at the forefront of just that. If we just take a look at a couple months back at the end of Q2, Nvidia proved that they are dominating the discrete GPU space with an 83% market share over their competitors, which seems to be actually increasing quarter on quarter. The next thing is that Nvidia recently announced their Omniverse platform, with one of the big talking points being their replicator service, which is essentially going to allow developers to intertwine real world and fully synthetic data to fully simulate accurate 3D worlds. This is going to help improve autonomous vehicle technology, robotics, and also the main goal of Nvidia, which is obviously to create a more realistic lifelike graphics on our computer screens that we use every single day. Another Omniverse announcement that also got people talking was the Omniverse avatar, where the company showed off its powers by showing a couple can order food at a restaurant without even having to touch anything or even speaking to a physical human being. Just think, it's Siri, but with this thing you can actually see it and interact with it. And the best thing about the Omniverse as a whole is the way that it's actually going to make Nvidia money. Because it's a move to a software-based project, what is actually going to happen is it's going to allow them to scale much faster, with the use of licenses being one of their biggest revenue drivers, but also at the same time all of this powerful technology will still require efficient hardware to run on, which will be a perfect fit for the original GPUs they already are creating. If you did want to invest into Nvidia, you can find it within the ticker symbol NVDA on the Nasdaq exchange. However, be careful guys, this is a stock that has risen extreme amounts over the past 5 years, and some may argue that this stock is extremely overvalued with a PE ratio of over 100. But for me, this is a growing company that is only just scratching the surface in my opinion, so PE ratios and everything like that mean absolutely nothing to me right now. Alright, so the next stock up is going to be Unity, who are a gaming software development company. This stock, just like Nvidia, is going to play a massive role in the development of the Metaverse rather than what you see as a finished product, and will most certainly be one of the leaders of its market. The stock currently trades at $190, and the company right now is worth roughly $54 billion, and it is roughly up 31% for the year. However, in the past week we have actually seen this stock drop roughly 4%, which could present a nice buying opportunity for the long-term investor. Currently, around 60% of all virtual reality games are created using Unity's software, and one thing I really like about this business model is that it essentially allows an affordable solution to anybody looking to create video games or applications by using their monthly subscription plan. Another reason why I think Unity can really thrive in the Metaverse world is that whilst gaming will be such a big factor going forward, the Unity software has the capabilities of going way beyond just gaming. For example, there will be use cases for autonomous driving simulation experiences, virtual safety training for example, automotive and building design experiences, alongside many more. Now, if you wanted to invest into Unity, it currently trades under the ticker symbol U, which If you ask me, I think it's pretty easy to remember, and as I mentioned at the start of this segment, it currently has a market cap of $54 billion. One thing that I did mention earlier as well is that it's currently trading around $20 off its all-time high, so for those looking for that long-term investment, looking to get a little bit of a bargain, this one might be a good choice. The third stock that I want to talk about today is Matterport, and basically Matterport is the leading company that can take things into the real world and put them straight into virtual reality. As of right now, Matterport is best known for taking a digital image of your home and digitizing it so it can be viewed from a computer or a VR headset. This stock has actually only been trading since February of 2021. However, in the short space of time, this price has risen over 158%, with a lot of that coming from the demand of virtual house viewings over the past 2 years. Obvious reasons. Now, in terms of how I think this company will have a big effect on the metaverse, I think it's quite obvious, and that is, of course, people will have the ability to take their own home and reproduce it in a virtual world. Another reason why I think Matterport will dominate in this area is because it's managed to gain the first mover advantage in this sector and has already created 64 patents of its software, which is only going to make it very tough for its competitors to actually compete. Another reason why I'm really confident about this company is that it has already struck a partnership with Facebook, or what we should probably call it Meta now, to create the largest ever data set of 3D indoor spaces, and it's already got some massive customers such as Redfin and Sotheby's already using its service. Now, if you wanted to invest into Matterport, its stock symbol is MTTR, and it's currently hosted on the Nasdaq exchange with a market cap of $6.75 billion. Now, once again, just like the other stocks, some may argue that this stock is slightly overvalued right now, but after a slight earnings miss causing this stock to drop slightly, if you're investing into it for the long term, which I guess you should be if you're thinking about the metaverse, in 10 years a stock price of $28 could look extremely cheap. Okay, so the fourth stock on the list is one not many people may associate directly with the metaverse, and that is going to be Coinbase. Now, for most of us, we know Coinbase as the first stop shop for buying your first piece of Bitcoin or various other cryptocurrencies. However, when we put this company in a new world of blockchain transitions and digital collectibles, Coinbase becomes a whole different kind of beast. And one of the main reasons of this is when creating a digital world, buying and selling digital assets such as NFTs are going to be one of the big things to do, and with Coinbase announcing their brand new NFT marketplace dropping any day now, I can only see this being a dominating factor in this space. You also have crypto tokens being touted as the main currency in the metaverse world, with projects like Mana and Sand catching some of the big headlines, and what I will do is create a separate video of those in the future. But nonetheless, with a move into the digital world with digital payments, digital tokens and digital assets, and Coinbase of course being a platform already tried and tested to handle all of this, I can see a really positive future for this company within the metaverse. Now, if you wanted to invest into Coinbase, you can find it with the ticker symbol COIN, another really easy one to remember, and it has a market cap of 71 billion and a price to earnings ratio of 33, which some may even say in this current market could actually be classed as on the lower side. But nonetheless, Coinbase is not the first company that you will think of when it comes to the metaverse, but one that I think will thrive slowly in the background as this technology grows. Now, my fifth metaverse stock to invest into is one for those that are maybe looking at all the different companies that may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed where to start, and that is in fact the Meta ETF by Roundhill Investments. This is a fund that tracks 41 companies that all have an involvement into the development of the metaverse, and is a great way to invest into the general idea of this technology growing in the future. And if we actually take a look at the fund's holdings, one thing that we can actually notice is that a lot of the stocks that I've mentioned in this video actually make up large positions of this fund, with Nvidia, Unity and Matterport all sitting within the top 20. You can also head over to the fund's website to check out some other companies that I haven't mentioned in this video to potentially research for yourself. But if you wanted to invest into this fund, you will find it under the ticker symbol META, and it's only actually been been trading since June of this year, so it will be hard to see the past performance, but it's still a really good ETF going forward in my opinion. However, one bad thing I have to mention about this ETF right now is that currently this ETF only seems to be available to those investing using the following US platforms, and after spending my day signing up to various UK ones, I have yet to find one that has added this. But having said that, with the rise of the metaverse and the eyeballs it's receiving right now, I can't see it being too long until various other companies start releasing their own meta ETFs, and we should see one in the UK very soon. So there you have it. They are my top 5 metaverse stocks to invest into for the long term. As always, these are all based on my own personal opinion and research that I have carried out, so always do your own research before you personally invest. If you found this video helpful at all, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button down below and maybe left me with a comment with the metaverse stock you're most bullish on in the future. But having said all that, take care and I'll catch you guys in the next one.